We'll start off this video with my Sonic Blue 2002 Mustang GT parts car. This car's wrecked really bad in the front and back. Need to get a few parts off of it, like the sway bar end link here. I used the one off the zinc yellow car on my silver one. I needed the Mach audio tray out of the back. I was happy that this car still had the Mach audio system in it. I'd like to return the yellow one to the Mach system. So this is the extra tray top here on the back. I actually don't need it. The zinc yellow car still has the top, but it doesn't have the actual part. Now the harness comes back here into the fender well on the driver's side in the back, and the harness goes all the way up here, goes to the speakers. I just wanted to see everything I needed because the yellow car has the Mach audio system, but it's missing the tray and the harness. I did find the harness was tucked down behind it, but they had changed it. So this is the Mach tray. The Mach 460 audio system has 2 amplifiers on it, some speakers, stuff like that. So got some more parts for the car that came. Decided I'd get the yellow Mach 1 out and move it into the driveway so I could start swapping seats around. So I have a set of Mach 1 seats that are in good shape, but the original Mach 1 seats to my zinc yellow car are in the garage for safekeeping. So I'm going to put these other Mach 1 seats in the GT. And they're just an extra set I bought, and if you've seen the video, it was pretty cool. One of them came out of a dumpster. They had already thrown one of them away to shop. But anyway, these original Mach 1 seats I have, and I've kept them nice in the garage in bags because I thought I might as well daily drive this yellow Mach 1 with the other Mach 1 seats that I have, because I didn't really have a use for them yet. I just bought them because I couldn't believe that they were getting rid of them. And so I have been storing these, and they're in really nice shape. So I decided I'll go ahead and put these back in the Mach 1, and I'll take the seats out of the Mach 1 and put those in the GT because they're not as nice, but they still work. And I needed a set of seats because the zinc yellow car didn't have any seats in it at all when I bought it. So here we go. Here's a little bit of a look at the seat. Looks really nice for what it is. 120,000 mile car. I took the seats out at 110,000, so they're really nice for what they are. And so I always like to take the seats out and vacuum underneath anyway. So I got all the bolts for the Mach 1 seats out and just went ahead and unplugged the harness on the bottom so that I wouldn't forget that. And then just very carefully lifted this out. You don't want the rails on the bottom to smash into your quarter panel or scratch any part of the car. So you got to be careful when you take them out. I like to fold the seat towards me like that. And I'll just carry the seat over right now, and we'll put it in this zinc yellow GT here. And so, just kind of doing this all at once. And I had already vacuumed out the zinc yellow GT, so it looks really good in there. And I could just put the seat in here. And I got the hardware for it. It was missing the hardware, but I got that out of the Sonic Blue car when I took the seats out of it. And so that's cool to have that all in there now. And that's just the driver's seat so far. And then, like I said, I like to vacuum out the cars. And I had vacuumed this car out when I took the seats out like a year ago. But man, it's already got a lot in here. When you daily drive a car, you just never know what's going to fall down between the seats. And so I'm surprised to see how dirty it was already, but I got it all cleaned up. And so here's a look at putting the driver's seat back in the Mach 1. Again, do not hit the seat rails against the quarter panel. It's very easy to do. Luckily, I've never done that, but I could see how close that it can get. So I just did this and got all the hardware in place and bolted in, and that looked pretty good. So here's the zinc yellow GT now with the seat in it. So looking better, looking more like a car. Still got a lot of parts and stuff inside here, so I'm really excited to clean this out and make it look good again. And so if you look inside the interior, you'll see I've got boxes and power steering lines and parts just everywhere, but it's time to clean this all out and make it look good again. I'm very excited for the outcome. I know it's going to look good, and I think this GT even has some newer carpet in it. So I'm going to need to be driving the car too, and I actually have a Pro 5.0 shifter handle, just the handle, and you can bolt this onto the factory shifter and it works nicely. Even a Steeda handle will do that. And I've done that before. Sometimes you don't even need a short shifter. It actually drives really nice with just the handle swap. So I'm going to do that. So here's the Mach 460 tray, everything ready to go in the car. I got the old speakers out. The Mach audio system has some really high-powered speakers and tweeters on the tray, so it's better than having these other kind of speakers that do both. They're just not as high quality as the Mach audio ones, in my opinion. So I got the Mach tray bolted in place, and luckily the harness was there, but I actually unplugged the harness that was in the car, and I used the harness that came with the Mach tray from the other car because it was all secured to the tray. Everything looked good. So these are the seats out of my silver 04 GT, and they only had 62,000 miles on them. They look really, really good. So I'm going to put these in the back, so I'll have all black leather with the Mach 1 front seats. And I'm doing this because the silver Mustang has the cloth seats out of this Sonic Blue GT, and those work really well for car seats and things when we drive it a lot with the kids. And my wife likes the cushion better on the GT seats. The Mach 1s sit a little bit lower, so it's good for her. So this is the back lower part of the rear seat. So that looks great. I'm going to put this in the car, pull the seat belts up through, and make sure you get everything out from under there. I did go back and find I had a 10mm socket that I would have left underneath the seat. And you know those 10mm, they'll get legs and walk away if you're not careful. So I'm glad I went back and found that. So here's how good it looks now with the back seat in and the driver's seat. Definitely looking a lot better, looking like a car again in here. And so now it's time to vacuum out the passenger side here so I can put the passenger seat in the GT. And this is obviously just something that I like to do, make sure it's all clean when it's ready to go in. So I had put the Mach 1 away, but I wanted to push it out of the garage. It doesn't have the battery in it. The battery's in the zinc yellow car now. And this is all taking place over a couple days. I didn't have enough time to finish the day before. So I just rolled the Mach 1 out, and now I can take the passenger seat out of the Mach 1 and put it in the GT. So it's always fun to walk around and take a little video of how it's going, all these cool Mustangs everywhere, parts everywhere. It's always a fun day over here at my house. I'm sure the neighbors realize that. They see stuff going on here every day. It's like a shop. It's pretty cool. So GT ready to get its seats, and hey, here comes my wife in the GT, the silver one. Always great to see that car running and driving again. It was in a pretty bad accident before I bought it, and I put it back together as well. If you haven't seen those videos, that was pretty cool. So time to go ahead and pull the seat out. So this is the other passenger seat of the not as nice set, and this seat's actually really nice. It's in great shape, and this is the one they had thrown in the dumpster. I couldn't believe it. The other one was actually worse shape, and it was still sitting on the back side of the shop. Maybe I'll put that video in the link of the video if you want to see that, because it was pretty crazy. So you know the drill. Time to vacuum out the passenger side of the Mach 1, get it all clean and ready for its original seat to come back in here. You know, the zinc yellow Mach 1 is not the daily driver anymore because of all these GTs and projects I've had. So it's okay to get its seats back in there. And these seats really are nice. They make such a difference. When I look inside this car now, I'm like, wow, the car looks so much better. When I put those other Mach 1 seats in, it really made the overall feel of the car deteriorate just a little bit. I thought a lot lesser of how nice the car felt with the other seats in it. So this is nice. You know, a good set of seats really goes a long way. Even though the other ones aren't awful, you can tell that these ones just are so much better. So I'm going to put these back in the car, and I'm really excited about that. And it's more of a show car again now, less of a daily driver, even though I do take it to work and stuff sometimes. But anyway, seats going back in, looking good. So here is the Mach 1 with the original seats back in, looking really nice. I'm very happy about that. Yeah, that looks so much better. And so here's the GT, and these are the seats in the GT now. You got the radio bezel and stuff here on top. Like, might as well take it off so you can see how it looks all together. So yeah, it looks really good. Very happy about that. It's coming together very nicely. This GT is looking great. I love black. I got a new center console thing there that I brought from storage. And then this is back behind the radio. I wanted to see what was left of the Mach harness. It looks like most of it's there, but they did tap into some of these wires. So I'll probably get these out of the other car, or maybe even the junkyard. Maybe I'll cut the harness and get the pigtail I need with a factory radio. Got all these extra parts in the bin that I've collected over the years, and I'm just deciding which ones I want to use on the car to make it nicer inside. Got a really nice door pull. This came out of my friend's green Bullet that was totaled, unfortunately. So time to put the Mach 1 away. And a little test drive with the GT. That's going well. Drove it to work, enjoyed the car a little bit, and things are looking really good. Everything's running very well. Just some more cosmetic things and stuff to go with. So that's the update so far. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more of this car's project and more Mustang content.